Hello there, and welcome to Sauda Speaks. I am Sauda. That is my African name. I am also Dr. Stacy Parker. I'm a psychologist, and I want to talk to you today about a few things that probably is on your mind as well as it is on most people's minds, and that is really the state of how things are going in the world today. But I don't want to get off and running into all of that. I want to talk to you about some things that might cause you to soothe yourself, help you with the anxiety you might be feeling, and the detachment that all of this has been causing. We've been detached from our jobs. We've been detached from the way we are used to doing things, our very way of life. And so I want to talk to you today about some things, not about the problem, but about some solutions that you can use for yourself to kind of ground yourself. Here are some methods that I think about when I'm feeling a little discombobulated or detached or disconnected and I just can't find my way. Sometimes I feel like I'm floating around, and I don't know if you feel that way, but it's kind of like that for me. One of the things that I do is I meditate. Now you might say meditation, how do you do that? There's really no certain way that you do it. All you have to do is find a place that's peaceful for you, that's comfortable. It can be on the floor, it can be in nature. I like to go in nature. I like to walk around trees or be in around grass. That might not be your thing, but you can find a place that causes you to feel peaceful, something comfortable. It can be on the floor, or it can be in your bed. You can be sitting down, or you can lie down. I'm finding that even when I'm walking, you can be in a meditative state of mind. So, however it resonates with you, that's what you can do. So, let's meditate. You sit back in a comfortable chair on the floor like we just discussed. Find a place where you're comfortable. Go within. Close your eyes. This works better when you do. But close your eyes and take deep breaths from your torso. This is your root chakra. Down here, all the way in. Now we're going to breathe in from the diaphragm, the root chakra, down here in your gut. And you're going to breathe in and hold as much air as your lungs can. Hold it a little bit, and then exhale. And push out the air as far as you can. And then do this about 3 times, up to 5 times. It clears your lungs and it clears your mind. And then you want to just sit. Don't think about what's going on outside of you. Don't let the monkey mind or your squirrely brain take over. Just be. You don't have to think of anything. Don't think of the plan. Don't think of the food. Don't think of the dinner that you gotta cook. Just be. And I'm finding that when I meditate, especially when I'm feeling lost, it helps. You might want to try this. And if you don't know how to meditate, even with the instructions very generally that I gave you, you can always contact me. And that information is in the description box below or on the screen. But meditation helps me. Another thing that helps me is just to walk in the park. Take a walk. It doesn't have to be in the park. It just be in the neighborhood. We are practicing social distancing right now. And being out in the open, not going to a store, not going any place in particular, just being out in nature. So if you can't go to a park, just sit out front in front of the house, on a stoop, on the steps, in front of the building. Go for a walk down to the block. Because what you want to do is start to find a way that you can hear yourself. We do a lot of talking. We do a lot of listening to other things and other people. But how often do we listen to ourselves? So we're going to create moments that we can hear ourselves. Now, another thing that I incorporate with meditating and finding alone time so I can hear myself is that I find a place where I can sit. And sometimes it's during meditation, but find a place that you can sit or walk. But the main thing is that you want to pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your body because your body is telling you something. Let's say you have an ache in your knee or in your shoulder, in your back. Those aches and pains are trying to tell you something, especially if you're someone like me and you're all in your head most of the time and you're not listening. It could be for something that you did. You could have pulled a muscle, you could have used a muscle that you don't normally use or you haven't used in a long time, but those aches and pains are telling you something, particularly if it's stress related. And in these times, you may have aches and pains in your body because they're stress related. So, meditate, spend some alone time, create a state of being so that you can listen to what your body is saying, so that you can hear what your body is telling you. What is it telling you? Well, let's say you have energy in your gut right here. This is your root chakra, and I'll make videos to tell you about those two, about all of your chakras, the color that it is connected to, what it means if it's closed, if a chakra is closed, what it means to have it open, and the experiences that you might have. But one of the things that you can do is pay attention to the energy that's located in one of the chakra areas. So take, for instance, your gut, which is your root chakra. That is your flight or fight chakra. That is your passion. Serves very purposeful for telling us when we need to be grounded. When you feel that in your gut where it feels anxious, that's anxiety. That means your root chakra is out of order and you need to have it cleared. And what I mean by that is, if you're feeling anxious, it means that you don't feel safe. So, find some things to do to cause you to feel safe. Now, when I have that anxiety in my area, my chakra area, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm feeling unsafe, but I am feeling a little anxious. I run, or I take power walks. I do something that's going to take that energy and release it from my body. So those are things that you can do too. So meditate, find alone time, create a state of being so that you can hear your body, and then you want to create an environment where you can hear your body well enough to know what needs to take place in order for you to release those uncomfortable feelings in your body, how to release them. My way is to exercise. You might want to do yoga. You might want to do breathing exercises as well. If you do breathing exercises, you focus on the area. Doesn't have to be the stomach, but normally that's where anxiety is coming from. So what you do is you breathe, like we just discussed, from your diaphragm. Fill your lungs up with as much air as possible. But when you let it out, when you exhale with the mindset of the area that is causing you anxiety or pain or discomfort. So for instance, if I have anxiety or I'm feeling some discomfort in my area here, my shoulder or my back, I can send the oxygen to this area. It's like taking a Tylenol almost. But those are some things that you can do. So while there are things going on in the world that we cannot make sense of, and that if we stay involved with it too much, it winds us up, it makes us anxious, it makes us feel unsafe and uncomfortable, we need to ground ourselves. So those are the things that we can do to keep ourselves calm. Another thing I like to do is vision work. Vision work means that I can meditate or create that state of being and sort of daydream almost. And what that means is you just look to the future, because no one is in the future. We don't know what it's going to take, what it's going to entail. So what we can do is we can create visions for ourselves of what we want the future to be. Of course, I personally don't think that we can go back to how things used to be. In fact, if we did, it probably would wind us back to where we are now, and we don't want that. So why not sit back and visualize what we want our future to be? From this day forward, what do you want your future to be? I envision sunshine because I love it, and we are coming out of winter into spring, but spring is very slow in coming. So I'm visualizing summer. I'm visualizing things to be better than they used to be. I'm visualizing myself being better than I used to be. You can go inside, do the work inside yourself. Take a look around, move some things around, throw some things out that you don't want there anymore. Declutter, do some spring cleaning. This is introspective work. Do it now, because summer is coming. Summer is coming. And while it may not feel like it is now, it's coming. And I've said in a few other videos that trouble doesn't last always, and this too shall pass. So while we wait, because we're in a state of waiting, why don't we take this moment, these times of waiting, to contemplate a great future, a wonderful life. Let's anticipate that. You can anticipate that. Whatever it is that you want to see in your future, think of it now. So use those exercises that we just discussed. Meditate. Create a state of being for yourself of peacefulness. Talk to yourself and listen. Hear your body so that it knows, or it is telling you, and you know what it's saying to you that you need to work on. Ground yourself and look to the future. Visualize a beautiful and bright future for yourself. And that should keep you busy, and it also should keep your mind off of the things that are negative. And before you know it, it'll be summertime. I hope I was able to help you. And I'll have more videos, and hopefully those will help you too. But in the meantime, this is Saluda Speaks. I'm Dr. Parker, and I'll see you next time. Bye.